Welcome back. You're watching SA Today with me, R.I.P. Let's continue here now. Tributes continue to pour in following the death of Durban-based artist Mandlenkosi Maphumulo, or Mampintsha as he was popularly known. He died this morning in a Durban hospital. Now, earlier this week, in a statement, record label Afrotainment confirmed that he had suffered a stroke a week ago, shortly after returning from a performance with Big Nuz. West Inc. says the family has asked for privacy during this time. Maphumulo, who was affectionately known as Shimora to his followers, was married to fellow Gqom musician Bongekile Simelane, popularly known as Babes Wodumo, and they have one child who was born in July 2021. KwaZulu-Natal Premier Nomusa Dube has sent her condolences to the family of Gqom star Mampintsha. He, of course, died this morning in a Durban hospital, as we've rightfully said. Now, earlier this week, in a statement, a record label Afrotainment confirmed that he had suffered a stroke shortly after returning from a performance there. Dube says the entertainment industry is poorer with Maphumulo's sudden passing.
We really want to send our deepest condolences to the family and the friends. It is our big loss to all of us. It's not just a loss for the family and friends. We are all mourning the loss of this icon. You would know that when you are in KwaZulu-Natal, when you are in Durban, it would not be Durban without Mampintsha. It would not be KZN without our Mampintsha. Really, we are saying, may his soul rest in peace, and knowing as well that he has given us his all. He's given us a lot of entertainment. He's really excelled in his work, and we really wish that his family rest in knowing that he has done a service to this country.
Well, our reporter Jayed PAULSE has been following the story for us. Jayed, a very good afternoon to you. What are some of the people that you have been speaking to saying about Mampintsha and how they will remember him?
Nati, the sentiments on the ground is pretty much the same as what our Premier Nomusa Dube said, that KZN, the festive season, Christmas, New Year's will not be the same without Mampintsha. When you think of songs like Umlilo, a house party, a house starter, I mean, you just sit in the corner and once that beat drops, it's going to be a good night. So sentiments on the ground, really, people are devastated, people are shocked. Many are sending out their condolences, especially to Babes and to the baby Spongy, who he's affectionately known. Just saying that, the family should be strong. We do know the family has asked for privacy at the moment. We are told that DJ Tira, who was performing in Port Elizabeth last night, is on his way back to KwaZulu-Natal, and they are going to congregate with some of the friends and the family and go to the family house possibly this evening. We'll definitely keep our ears and eyes on the ground and track that development and hopefully try and get sentiments from his nearest and dearest. But here we are coming to you from Max's Lifestyle in Umlazi, because this is where he hails from. Just speaking to people on the ground about the gentle giant that he was known for. I'm just going to be roping in here Tapi Mkadi, she's the marketing manager. Tapi, when we speak of Mampintsha, we think of, Durban's finest artists, and here is exactly where he would be over the festive time, performing for the people in Umlazi, people across Durban. Talk to us about the type of man that he was and some of the shows that he had here at Max's Lifestyle.
Well, Mampintsha was really a great guy for our business and also with our customers. He's very interactive and he was very communicative. He'd even interact with our staff. That's how friendly he was. That's how welcoming he was. He played a really big role for our business, and also he has done so much in terms of performance-wise. He'd always bring the vibe and he'd always bring the energy that we need, especially within the Umlazi community. You can see that everybody loves him. Everybody enjoys his authentic self. He really gives that powerful movement that he has. So it's just so unfortunate that he's no longer with us. Yeah.
You know, as we remember him, we also remember him for being a businessman, because he was a very astute businessman. Just talk to us about behind the scenes, the type of person that he was in dealing with business. I mean, I imagine when he comes here, the talks, you know, if you could just talk to us about the type of man that he was.
He was very informative, and he was very straight to the point type of guy. I remember he would speak to my dad and have basically like a business meeting of us collaborating, us doing something big for not just the Mlazi community, but also for South Africa, make something great for Max's Lifestyle Village, and also something great for KZN. So he's very well structured like that. He's very strategic, and I just appreciate that fact, because it's very inspiring, the fact that he would let us communicate and collaborate with us.
And also giving back to the community was big for him.
Yes, it was very big for him, especially within the Mlazi community. Yeah.
As we move to New Year's Eve, we do know that Big Nas is big in KwaZulu-Natal as well as across the provinces. Talk to us about, were there any shows that were lined up that would have them in, and also the great loss that we're going to have in the music industry, because places like Max's Lifestyle and different other places, they basically harp on musicians to come through for them. So a big loss for Durban.
Yeah, it's definitely a big loss, especially because usually he would come and perform for our Durban Julys. Sometimes we'd even have Mohoto Mondays at Max's Lifestyle. So he'd always take part in those, and he would perform very well in that. And definitely he brings in the good vibe for our, not just the customers, but also our staff. Like sometimes we see our staff, they be grooving behind the scenes. They're really great with that. And so definitely it would have been a great loss for us. Yeah.
Thank you, Tapi. Well, that was Tapi Mqadi. She is the marketing manager at Max's Lifestyle. Just to speak to some of the patrons here as well. Tato, you and I were talking off camera. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, it's very heartbreaking, very sad, unexpected death as well. We'll definitely miss him. He was a legend, big guy, big Nas. We all know his songs. We all grew to his songs, grew up listening to him as well. So very unexpected, very sad. Obviously, we send our condolences to Babes and the little one, and his family as well. So we just hope they keep strong during this time as well. Yeah.
Any one of the favorite songs of his that you can think of top of your head?
We have Umlilo, we have Ntomentle, which I personally would like to play at my wedding someday if I get married. I don't know. But many hits that we hear at Groove a lot. Young ones would know, 2000s would know. But we'll definitely miss his music, his creativity. He was really a big guy in the music industry, and I think he'll be dearly missed. Yeah.
Thank you. Let's move over here to Tabiso. And one song that's also on the Rotary right now, it's been playing, is Ingeke, and we will wait and see how we fare when it comes to Ukhozi and the voting lines open for that song of the year. Tabiso, your sentiments on the passing of Mampintsha?
Yeah, I feel like we've lost a gem. Big Nas and the whole Afrotainment movement was pretty much like they were trailblazers. They pretty much were the foundation of black music as it sounds today, when Diwa started out and created the whole Durban sound and everything else. So these are like the bedrock of South African black music. So for that reason, it's really a loss of someone really special to the entertainment industry. And for that reason, it's of great sadness, not just for KZN, but for the nation altogether. Yeah.
And breaking out in the industry, in the year 2000, reviving Kwaito as it is.
It was at a time, you mean when they started out, right? Yeah, it was at a time when, Kwaito had that slow 90-95 BPM, just as it was originated in the 90s and so forth. And they created sort of dance sort of sound and stuff, and they sped it up a little bit tempo-wise and domesticated it to like a whole KZN thing. And it was really special. He's one of the few, really. It's very easy to get into music and hop onto something that's popular, that sells, that works. But to create something from scratch and actually make it resonate with the people for, you know, it takes a bit of ingenuity, and for that he had great talent. So, you know, it's a big loss in that regard, yeah.
And you know that those famous dance moves, we can't run away from that as well.
He was still big and had the belly, right? yeah. That was another sort of incredible aspect of them. You know, they were like very entertaining kind of guys, and it was amazing to watch them live and so forth. You know, with the whole dance move and whatnot. So yeah, incredible.
Well, thank you guys for sharing your views on the passing of Mampintsha. So as you can see, Unathi, a lot of people just the fond memories of the musician, also speaking about the type of man that he was, because all jokes and fun aside, he was also an astute businessman. You know, we do know that Babes Wodumo as well as Mampintsha were in the media for some of the right reasons, sometimes the wrong reasons, but one thing you can't take away was the music. The music, it is timeless. Let's back to you.
That's probably what a lot of people will remember, the music. As you say, there were some bad moments, but for now we talk about the music and the music. Jayed, thank you so much for that. Jayed PAULSE, they're getting more reaction following the death of Durban-based artist Mampintsha, who died this morning in a Durban hospital.